All right, Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with my guy, Lonnie B. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes, sir.
It feels like it's a hot minute. There's a lot of stuff that's
Yeah.
changed. You know, there's people that love you. They're like, yo, man, get Lonnie B back on. And there's some people are
Yeah.
like, yo, why are you interviewing this dude, man?
Yeah.
Just stop. Like,
Yeah.
so best of both worlds. First and foremost, how's everything going, man?
Everything going great, man. I can't complain. Blessed, ain't got nothing to complain about. Everything going great.
I know you got a lot of kids that you're training and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Any kids that, when I stop by the gym sometime that I should keep an eye out? Anyone that,
Um, nah, I'm just my class is more for my boxing class is more life training. Cause like, boxing is one of the sports where it's like the lottery or it's like the NBA.
Mhm.
Like only out of 30 kids that box, maybe one may get to that level. Maybe. And that's a big maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
maybe one. So I teach them stuff to help them get through life through boxing.
That's what's up, man. It's very important. I know we talk boxing as a sport all the time, but
Yeah.
I think it's important to also have like the skill set to protect yourself, right? So I'm
Right,
glad.
right. Self-defense, self-confidence.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being a strong young black man, that's very important. You can learn that through boxing too.
Yeah, and even I'm sure women probably stop by, and you
Oh
kind of
yeah,
help
yep.
them out,
Yep,
you know.
absolutely. Self-esteem is when the girl look good, she feel good,
Yeah.
relationships is good.
Plus, you can protect yourself, right? Maybe, that,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
boyfriend better watch out, right?
Right. To be bad, we might catch the left hook to the body.
Also, before I start into all my questions, I know the late great Kenny Adams. I see there's a picture of
The-
the DLX on your right
Yeah.
side, I believe, a poster of him young. I know he was instrumental to a lot of athletes in the
Yeah.
world in boxing. I know he's a big part of family DLX, and
Yeah.
I know he's with also top ranked gym and just fighters from two Olympic teams of like Purnell and Evander
Yeah.
and in addition to helping guys like Edwin Valerio, even Terrence Crawford, like so many people he's literally helped. And just
Besides,
wanted to get
tell
your
him to turn it down.
just
Yeah.
wanted to get, your thoughts on just his illustrious career and and obviously, the passing was, unfortunate, but we celebrate those type of
Yeah.
accomplishments he's done in sport and boxing.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah, listen. Kenny Adams was a legend, and we lost a great man. Gave a lot to boxing, trained a lot of great fighters, and a legend in his own right. Trained, I think, 26 world champions. And I had a pleasure to do I had a pleasure to do some mitt work with him before. And it's something I'll never forget. And I feel honored, to, have one of the best in the game ever to hold mitts for me. So, it was a good experience.
yeah, yeah, 100% he'll be missing. I loved hearing his stories, just
Right.
chatting with him. He's just it's
I love him
OG,
like,
man.
dang, that's all you got? That ain't good enough. That's all you got? Old school.
Yeah, man. And I'm sure there's millions of other people that can testify of all the great things he's done for the sport of boxing. So,
Right.
uh, but not wanting to harp on too much of the sad stuff, but wanting to get into a lot of the stuff that's happened in the sport of boxing, and something that just recently happened. It's hard to ignore this topic, but it was supposed to be a 50-50 fight. Some might even edge a little bit more here because either he was youth or the experience, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
the explosive knockout that Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin did against Tevin Farmer. I mean, look, I'll be the first one to say it on here. I didn't expect that. I thought the fight could have
Listen,
went either or, but
me and
not
you
the
both.
first round.
And my thing is this, and listen, congrats to Floyd Schofield. Listen, phenomenal fighter. He has a bright future. If he keep performing the way he did, he keep performing the way he did. We in for some big exciting fights. But he just looked explosive. He looked and I don't recall him looking like that in any of his previous fights. You know, and that was quite a performance, man. To blow Tevin Farmer out like that in one round with pretty much one punch. You know, it was a shocker. It was a shocker. It was a shocker, and the way he looked against Floyd Schofield. I would love to see him fight Shakur now. You know what I'm saying?
Tevin Farmer, right? How he looked
Yeah, I
against
mean,
him.
yeah. Well, I would love Schofield to fight Shakur after that performance, and whatever he did in his training camp, because he's never looked like that in any of his previous fights. Whatever training, whatever they added, or I don't know, but he need to keep that because that's night and day. That's literally night and day in performances and his explosiveness, power. Whenever you ever knock somebody out in the first round.
Let me look at his box track. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
like
because yeah,
early
but
in his career,
I'm
right?
talking yeah early in this. But let's look at when he started fighting like tougher competition. Whenever you ever knock somebody out in the first round with one punch, so that shows that his team is getting better. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
he has a couple early on in his career.
early, you're right, right. But to blow out an elite guy like Tevin Farmer in one round with one punch is just absolutely amazing. Listen, whatever he added to his camp, it's clearly working, and he need to keep it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's his first step up, so like we can't really, I guess, gauge where when it
Yeah,
comes to other. So that was kind of
but
his
but no,
first
but no,
well-known
I
name.
I, I can kind of gauge it because the guy he fought, he struggled a couple fights with lesser guys, if you want to say, in my opinion,
Correct.
with lesser guys. You know what I'm saying? Like didn't look as explosive. And then overnight he just got explosive, man, and one punch knockout power. So, congrats to Floyd and ain't fought since November. And ain't
Mm.
fought since November. So to come back and look explosive like that, man, that's wow. That's wow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, I guess maybe I'm speaking for myself. Like, I can't really gauge in like because the people
Yeah.
he's fought,
And
the people. Oh, go ahead.
and he had surgery, didn't he?
Or something like he had
Yeah,
some
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of.
Right. He had surgery and come back explosive. Like, man, like the doctors fixed him up real good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe
like,
they put something in him that made him the million
yeah,
dollar man, right?
uh,
He's a robot.
yeah. I don't want to say that, but whatever was broke, they super fixed it because he came back like a brain. He came back the Terminator. So like I said, congrats to Floyd Schofield, man. Congrats to him, man.
Yeah. And I guess what I was saying, like, to gauge, right? Because obviously he's only, I think he's 22, right? So there's always
Yeah.
going to be those, like learning curves, right? Like we've seen stuff like fighters get dropped early in their careers or things like Andre Ward's been dropped,
Mhm.
before he was a champion. I think
Yeah,
Ali's been
but
dropped before a champion.
yeah,
Abdullah's been dropped. So
yeah, but the thing is, they don't come back. They don't. They don't get one punch knockout power after that. They may get technically better. Listen. Don't get me wrong. You can get technically better, but you don't get one punch. In my opinion, you don't get one punch knockout power overnight. That's just my opinion.
well, yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is like I can't sit here and say like I really know a lot about Rene Giron, the guy that he previously fought. Like he's
Yeah.
never been stopped. I know he has some losses, and I would assume he was a guy that, all right, he lost to this guy and he lost to Giovanni
Right.
Cabrera. So, but I think Tevin's the first guy that we can actually the world seen consistently and kind of go.
Um,
So I am curious to see how he would look against another no-name fighter, right?
Right.
After that
Right.
performance.
And after that performance, right, it make you want to say, okay, oh, okay. So, look out for Floyd Schofield.
So what makes this really interesting now, right, is that prior to the Tevin Farmer fight, right? And it's no disrespect to Farmer because we haven't yet to see Shakur against Zepeda, right? Because Tevin made that fight look really good in his favor. And Shakur, who knows, maybe he looks good himself, or maybe he
Yeah.
struggles and looks bad. And maybe overall, Tevin might have had the better performance, right?
Yeah.
But we'll have to see that. But in this case, um, with Floyd Schofield destroying Tevin Farmer, it made a lot of people, myself included, who thought Shakur would beat Schofield. Well,
Right.
from here, it's a little bit closer, right? I think I'm still favoring Shakur because of the
Of course.
experience.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but
And don't get me wrong,
it's
Tevin Farmer's a really good fighter, but he ain't Shakur.
correct.
Really good fighter. Listen, really good fighter, but he not Shakur. That's why we thought it would be a. That's why we both surprised. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So I think Shakur's a different animal. But like I said, after that performance, I would love to see it.
Shakur put like a tweet out saying like, "Come on, Tevin, you should know better," kind of
Yeah.
this and that, kind of
Right.
like.
Right.
Do you agree with that? Like, did Tevin fight kind of too reckless, or was that his Philly style where it's like, all right, I could box and be slick, but I'm gonna dog it out with the young guy. I was dropping Cepeda, was a little too
No,
confident.
no, I think he just got caught off guard. I think the explosiveness. I think he probably watched previous fights and didn't expect that level of explosiveness that early in the fight. And I think he just got caught and was like, "Whoa, whoa, like what was that?" You know what I'm saying? And he did, and then look at when he got up. Look the way Schofield punches was moving him. He couldn't even control his body.
Yeah,
Like then we got hit with that hook, he just was out of it, like boom.
yeah,
Like
dude,
it sounds familiar, like when I fought Kovalev. So I
dude.
can
But
definitely I can definitely relate.
I think what was scary was the second knockdown, the sequence, because the shot where after he hooked him, he caught him with
Man,
another hook right after. Like,
right,
yo,
boom. Like and he just looking like a dog. Like he just looked at too strong, too fast. He just like he was too much for Tevin Farmer. Blew him out in one round. Like,
so,
hey, listen, I need to go get something need to break on me so I can go get some surgery.
so,
No, I'm
so,
just kidding.
so I have to ask now because people have now started to. All right, so we both agree that Shakur still be the favorite, right? Still got to see the Zepeda fight. I expect
Right,
Shakur to win that fight,
right,
and then
absolutely.
Tank has the rematch for Lamont Roach, which will be potential on paper competitive, right? Because it's debated on the first fight. But now, this dad saying, yo, Floyd would beat Shakur. We
Or
talked
he'll
about
knock
he'll
Tank
beat
out.
Tank out. Is that, once again, is that just too much, right?
I,
Like
I,
to go
for him to make some statements, maybe he knows something we don't know. Maybe he knows something we don't know. Like I think his father is stretching with the Shakur thing because I had an opportunity, and it was like, I think they got like was it like 3 million or something like that?
for what? The Shakur fight?
Yeah, the first one they were supposed to fight, and
I definitely know it's an M and up. So
so if you were so confident, but then y'all had a injury all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's funny, man. It's weird, man, because boxing is so weird. You really never know. But for him to make them statements, I think he knows something that we don't know. And
mm,
I would love to see him and Tank fight because Schofield is a puncher now, and the way Tank fight like a Tank. Tank is a veteran. Tank is a veteran. He's a hard punching veteran. So that would be an exciting fight. I
explosive.
think yeah, Shakur a tactician, explosive also. So listen, it's up and up for Schofield. So his father is confident. His father is extremely confident after that win. So like I said, maybe he knows something we don't know, but I would love to see it, man.
For sure, and I definitely I have to say like my apologies just because at a point at the end of the day, man, it was impressive. I didn't expect that. So maybe this is a fight that's more realistic, right? Because
Yeah,
I guess I won't say realistic because they're claiming they still want Shakur. Maybe Shakur
yeah,
and Kid Austin still fight, right? But if that doesn't happen, right, and for whatever reason it doesn't, him and Mason, Abdullah Mason seems like the fight that can be marinated. They've sparred, right?
right.
I've seen them spar, and with that, stylistically, there's a lot of things athletically gifted for both, right? They're
Right.
both also knockout artists. Is that a fight where you see as a 50-50 right now? They might maybe move up, maybe, but kind of like, go
Hey,
ahead.
listen, with the way Schofield looked, Abdullah Mason need to wait. I don't think he's ready for that yet. After what I've seen, he's not ready for that yet. He needs to develop a little more. You know what I'm saying? Or get an injury and have surgery too and come back.
You would just surgery.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being funny, but I think Abdullah Mason needs to wait. He need to wait. The way Schofield look, I think they need to send him to Shakur or Tank. The way he looked after Tevin Farmer.
What is it that outside of the one punch, like what if it's like we're basing off how their skills are overall from what we've seen? They both been
No,
dropped and then they
no,
both
it's just the explosiveness. Like he looked like he looked like a Ferrari out there.
Mm.
Like soon as he touched Tevin down, and it was like bad. Like I knew it was over. I said, it's over. It's over. The way his body was falling, it ain't like he got hit and got wobbled and he was out of it. Boom. Like it's like somebody snatched the life out of his body. Like, listen, when guys get dropped like that, it's over. It's over.
You know what? It kind of reminded me. You've seen Sean Porter versus Paul Malignaggi, right?
Right.
It kind of reminded me how Sean ran over Paulie. Like,
Like just blew through him.
yeah, yeah, that was pretty bad. Well, I mean, outside of if Floyd can't get any of those guys, right? Let's say Abdullah gets the WBO, fight Sam Nooks, he's busy. Tank has a Lamont Roach rematch, Shakur. Then who, if it's not to jump in the lines, then who do you want to see him as the next? What is, if you were a matchmaker, right?
Uh-huh.
Who would you want to put Kid Austin next against? Especially if you felt like Shakur would be the favorite. Maybe let's get him this fight so that he's ready to fight a Shakur. Maybe one more, who would that be and why?
Well, Schofield 35 or he 40, right?
35.
35. I mean, I'm about to say Keyshawn Davis, but he just missed weight. So he going up to 40, he said, right? He said he going up to 40.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, and he could have made well, let's see him and Keyshawn Davis.
I mean, that's another Lions Den fight. That's a guy that's
The way he looked, man. All right, listen. Anybody less, he gonna blow through.
yeah.
He gonna blow through. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see him up there with the big dogs. Like, okay,
Okay. So it's official. He's big dog time. Ain't
big dog, man.
nobody, ain't
Hey,
nobody
I
else.
can't see a lower level surviving that. If Tevin Farmer couldn't go one round, I don't even think he made it a minute.
What about Andy Cruz? No, I think a minute and a half, maybe a
Okay,
minute.
or a
What about
minute.
Andy Cruz? What about Andy Cruz though? Andy Cruz or Lucas Baldy, the guy that knocked the Ashton
Yeah,
Silva.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Those would be good too. Those would be good too.
Okay,
Those would be good. I would let us see those two.
yeah,
Andy Cruz is a little slick. He gonna have some trouble on his hands because he slick that Cuban style, give him a little trouble. But with that, the way he looks, man, he looks scary, man. He looks scary.
yeah. Respect, respect. Well, look, congratulations to Kid Austin. Shot a
Congrats,
lot of
man.
doubters up, myself included. I thought it
Bro,
was
me too.
50-50.
Me too. Listen, me too.
Yeah, but that was 101% Kid Austin, no
Yeah.
question. All right. Any last things that you wanted to just on that particular topic that you wanted to let?
No, I was gonna say whatever he added to his camp, keep it because he looked phenomenal.